Mike Hennessy. I'm from Carnegie Science Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. One of the biggest challenges that we in all science centers face is keeping things fresh and keeping our explanations as fast as current science. Current science is always going faster and faster, and sometimes it can be hard to keep up with. One of the big takeaways I'm getting from the ASTC conference is that there are always new twists on even old content. Seeing amazing demonstrations, being able to share our practices with folks from other science centers around the world, that there are lots of great ideas and that we are stronger together than we are individually.
I'm Felicia. I'm with Pacific Science Center, and for me the biggest challenge at our organization is reinvigorating an old exhibits program. We are a 50-year-old institution and we need to look to our next 50 years. We're about to open our first new exhibit in 10 years, and I'm hoping that's the start of many more to come.
Any takeaways from the conference so far?
Right now I'm just looking to see where exhibit programs are. I'm really curious about what's happening with exhibit rentals. That's still a very important part of our industry, and it seems like a place that's going through a lot of turmoil right now in terms of what works for people and what doesn't work.
Yeah, my name is Jonathan Barnes. I'm the manager of exploration programs at COSI here in Columbus. Our biggest challenge for my division and my museum right now, and especially me, is trying to find a balance of where to spend my time. I'm managing several different programs from overnights to summer camps, and the biggest takeaway I've had from the conference thus far is meeting other people in my position at other institutions and really just brainstorming exactly how they do what they do and really trying to find common ground and seeing how we can create successes and time management and just managing all of our crazy programs.
My name is Daniel. I'm from National Museum of Science and Technology in Stockholm.
And what's your biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge right now is that we are in the middle of rebuilding our science center. So we are trying to get the finance for it and also to find something new, not just the old same science center things we've been seeing for 40 years, to find something new.
And what's the biggest takeaway from the conference so far?
Meeting all the colleagues, as you do once a year. That's the biggest thing.
I'm Michaela Labrioli. I am from the New York Hall of Science, and I think one of our biggest challenges, especially in our education department, is just staff capacity and having enough time to do everything that we would like to do. And I think one of the takeaways from this conference that addresses that challenge is partnerships, and we're here to strengthen connections, make new connections so that we can all accomplish what we want to do without overtaxing any of our staff.
So hi, my name is Priya Mohabir. I work with the New York Hall of Science out in Queens, New York. And one of the biggest challenges I think we have as an organization is that we are doing lots of different work in various subjects and fields across the board, from research to education to implementation of programming. And I think communication and communicating the projects that we're doing to each other internally is a challenge that we face. And one of the biggest takeaways that I'm taking away from this ASTC conference is the idea that youth can lead sessions that inform and develop the fields. And so yesterday I participated in a youth-led session from programs across the country where I'm walking away inspired and in awe of what the youth were capable of and how they delivered information in such a passionate way.
Misty Thompson from Tyler, Texas.
And what's your biggest challenge right now?
It's finding exhibits to fit our small exhibit space.
And what's the biggest takeaway you've had from the conference so far?
It's getting to see all the vendors and what's out there.
I'm Mark Siekman from the Kentucky Science Center, formerly the Louisville Science Center. Probably one of our biggest challenges right now is breaking down that wall of Louisville and getting out into the state of Kentucky. We've recently changed the name. We are a statewide science center. So I'm here at ASTC this year to kind of learn how to engage communities just beyond county lines.
And so what's your biggest takeaway so far?
Biggest takeaway is that a lot of other people are trying to break down walls beyond their physical walls at their institutions. There used to be the model of people come to us and that's attendance, we go to them and that's outreach. And now it's kind of changing to a two-way path where other people are trying to get out in the communities and make them more active beyond just their physical walls.
Sure, I'm Alan Freedman from New York City, and I'm a retired Science Center director, but now working full-time as a consultant.
And what are you seeing as the biggest challenges for science centers right now?
I think that, well, there are always financial challenges, and this particular economy has been trying. But I think really the bigger challenge is figuring out what's the next thing. We've done something, the mix of exhibits and programs and community engagement, we've been doing for 40 years now. And there's some feeling that it must be time for a change. Not necessarily what we're doing is wrong or was ineffective, but the world is changing very fast. How do we adapt when a lot of the things which 40 years ago you could only get by going to a museum or a science center, now you open up your little device and you do with your thumbs, and lo and behold, there it is. So what do we do that's special and different that we should be emphasizing now, because there are these other ways people have to connect?
Okay, my name is Lisa Carvahall. I work at the Children's Museum of Pittsburgh, and biggest challenge is meeting the needs of all our visitors, as at any science center, keeping them interested. And while we don't try to teach them anything, we want to have them be curious about science and art and technology through the activities we provide them. And what I take away from my work every day is just seeing the joy on our visitors' faces when they come in and when they leave, and they've all had a fun time together.
And what's your biggest takeaway from the conference so far?
Oh gosh, just getting to meet people from other professions, sit in on sessions that I didn't think I'd be sitting in on. There's some great advice given early on to go to sessions that are out of your comfort zone, and I think I've gotten the most from this whole conference by following that great advice from Patrick.
Hi, I'm Adam Alexander, and I'm from the Ann Arbor Hands-On Museum in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Our biggest challenge at the museum ourselves is getting teens and tweens to get engaged in science activities. Our majority audience is under 10, and we're really well suited for that, but it's been a big challenge to get the teens and tweens in. We've been working on outsourcing programs, and we're getting a lot of ideas from the conference about how we can engage those teens. And the biggest takeaway, this is my first Aztec conference, and it's just great to see so many people that have the same passion that I share so young in my career, that they've kind of plowed the way for me, or have gone and treaded the path, and I can get some experience from them and get some tips on how to be successful and get to where they are today.